So today I'm going to be showing you how to draw Garfield. Alright, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than normal. I'm going to put the finished drawing down in the bottom corner right here. That way you guys have something to reference and hopefully you're a little bit happier with how your drawings turn out. Alright, so we're going to start off, we're going to draw the entire thing in pencil and then we're going to come back in and we're going to color in here in just a moment. Okay, so I have my pencil and what I'm going to do is we're going to start by drawing the eye. Okay, so I'm going to be in like the middle of the page here and I'm going to go up just a little bit, okay, kind of more towards the top. I'm going to start off by drawing an oval, okay. So an oval just kind of like this, okay. All right, then I'm going to draw his second eye. So this one's going to be kind of tucked behind this first one. And I'm just going to draw a curve that goes like this. And it's going to come back down to about here, okay? Something kind of like that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and draw his nose while we're here, okay? So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to overlap the bottom of the eye just a little bit like that, okay? Now Garfield's eyes are typically pretty droopy, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw his eyelids. So closer to the bottom, I'm going to just draw a line, kind of go straight across like that, and then from kind of that same spot, I'm going to go across on this eye, okay? And I'm just going to put a little circle here to show his pupils behind there, okay? And then next we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw his cheeks. So if you go a little bit above where we made that eyelid, we're going to go up. And we're just going to pretend like we're going to draw like a circle, okay? But we're not going to complete it. We're going to draw like that. And then we're going to skip over to the other side. And we're going to go a little bit lower. And we're going to kind of draw the same thing. Something kind of like that. And it's okay if they're not the exact same size. But, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a tiny little circle on the side of there. And we're going to draw his mouth. Okay, so this line kind of comes out and then it cuts back over and it's going to go back up to his nose, okay? Something kind of like that. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to draw a line that comes down. And then this one, because it's a little shorter, we're just going to cut back up to here, like this. And then I'm going to draw a little circle up there, okay? And then next we're going to go ahead and draw the shape of his head. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw his ears. That way we know exactly how far his head comes out, okay? So at the top of his eyelid, we're going to draw just a curved line like that. And it's going to be the start of his ear, and it's just going to curve up. And we're going to go just above where these lines meet, okay? And this just curves back down like this. Okay, and then I'm going to draw the other ear. So kind of from the base of here, I'm going to draw a line that comes diagonally like this. And it's going to come back down, roughly the same size, like that. Okay, then we'll draw the side of his ears. So I'm just going to draw a line that comes over. I'm going to go from the top of here and draw a line that comes over like this. Okay. All right, the next, like I said, we can draw his head, okay? Now that we know how big to make it. So I'm just going to draw a line that comes out. We're just going to give him a big circle head. Kind of come just a little bit below where we made his mouth. Okay. And then I'm going to draw his head on the other side. So we're going to come back up to his ear. Just draw a line that kind of comes around. And back down. And we might just stop there because we're going to give him some arms here in a second. Okay, so then we'll draw his body. So we'll go just a little bit below where this is, his little cheek, okay? I'm gonna draw a curved line like this, and he has kind of a round body. So I'm gonna go like this, okay? I'm gonna stop here, that way we can draw his leg, okay? So I'm gonna draw a line that's just straight. I'm gonna draw another little curved, almost like an oval there, okay? And this is where we're gonna come down. Maybe like that far. Okay, and then we're going to draw a line that comes in, and it's just going to curve over. Okay, and then I'm going to draw another line, and this is going to be the start of the top of his foot. He has big feet, big paws. So I'm just gonna draw this big line that comes out like this, kind of curves back around like this. And we're gonna draw his toes. So again, just a curved line like that. I'm gonna draw like there. So it kind of makes almost like that half circle. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw another one. Kind of like this. And I'll draw one more. Okay, and I'm gonna fill this part in probably black when we do end up coloring in. So I'm okay leaving that gap. I'll draw like that. Okay, and this should be about under where we made these lines at the base of his leg, okay? So I'm gonna draw this line that comes back over, and this is gonna be where his heel is. And it's gonna curve up and kind of come back up to where these lines are. Okay, and his leg is thicker at the bottom and gets skinnier at the top. So I'm just gonna kind of draw a line that goes at an angle like that. Okay, and then similar like we did over here, I'm just gonna put this little curved line like that. Okay, then we'll go ahead and draw his tail while we're over here. So from just inside of where we did the leg, I'm just gonna draw another line that goes down like this. And a curved line over. And this is just gonna be like kind of like a big ball, because he has a big fluffy tail. Like that. All right, it's starting to look a little bit more like Garfield. And then next, we can go ahead and draw his other leg, okay? So I'm gonna draw a little spot. We're gonna pretend like this line just continues to go over. And then we're just gonna draw a line that comes in, because this foot will be behind the other one, okay? So we're gonna continue this, and we're gonna kind of make it roughly the same width as this line over here. So I'm gonna draw a line that comes down. I'm gonna make that a little bit bigger. I'll erase that in a minute here. And then I'm gonna draw this curved line, kind of comes over like this. All right, let me erase that. Okay, so then we have this curved line that's here. I'm gonna do another line in, just like we did over here. And this is gonna be for his big foot this way. Okay, something kind of like this. It's gonna come back in. Give him a big toe. Do another one. Again, these are just like 3/4 circles. Just like we did over here, we left that little gap. So I'm gonna do the same thing. And then just connect it. All right, great job so far. Okay, now let's continue with his arms and the rest of his body, okay? So I'm gonna jump back up here. We're gonna start by drawing his arms. So from right here, I'm gonna draw a line that just comes down. And this line up top just curves around like this, okay? And it cuts back over, goes back down, okay? We're gonna make it look like he has folded arms. So I'm gonna put a bend in his arm. So it's just gonna bend and come back up. And it's gonna be roughly where this eye is, okay? So you know where to stop. So put that line, a little line like that, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and draw his other elbow. So right below here, this is the top of his arm. We're gonna draw the other part of his arm, and it's just gonna come around like this, okay? And now that we know how far to come out for the body, we can go ahead and complete this line. Oops, gonna come out just a little bit. We're gonna come back in, okay? Now we just have that last paw to draw. So it's just basically circles. Circles or ovals, kind of however you wanna make them. Just one like that. I'm gonna do another one behind it. And I'll do another one behind that. All right, great job. I'm gonna put a little line there, okay? Now we can go ahead and finish his head just like that, okay? Now, Garfield does have those lines on him, so let's go ahead and do those lines. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 5 lines, 4 in maybe some spots. So we're gonna start, we can even go like, let's even start here, okay? So I'm just gonna draw a line that kind of goes with the shape of his body. And I'm gonna draw a little shorter one You do a little shorter one and a little shorter one. And if you want to make them more the same length, that's okay too. But I'm going to draw another one here. And I might outline these in black when we end up coloring him in. Okay, I'll do another one.
Then we can do a few more on his tail. Kind of like this.
Do another one here.
And we just kind of keep moving along his tail. And we keep adding more lines. Like I said, you can add as few stripes or as many stripes as you'd like. I'm just kind of putting a little gap in between each little section, and I'm just adding more lines.
All right, so as you can see, I kind of did more big lines at the bottom of his tail because there was just a little bit more space. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and continue with these, but just along the side of his face here.
And again, we're just adding little stripes that can start bigger
side of his face
and end up a little bit smaller. And you can put as many or as few as you would like.
All right, then I'm going to draw a couple on his ears, okay? So I might only do 4 for here, but I might make them just picture like the letter V, okay? So I'm going to draw a V. I'm just going to keep doing this, and I might put like 4 of them, okay? I'll do the same thing on this here. Okay, then lastly, we're going to add these little hairs here. So I'm just going to draw, it's just 3 lines. So I'm just going to draw it out and it comes back. Okay, so skinny, and this one's going to go a little bit further out and come back. I'm going to do one more. And come back. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, kind of where we made these lines here, or almost to the top of the eyelid. All right, something kind of like that. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and color him in. I'm probably gonna color him in like that light orange that Garfield typically is. I'll probably give him just the black stripes and kind of outline everything black. But you guys are welcome to color him in whatever colors you'd like, or you can pause the video at the end and match the colors that I chose. Alright guys, so as you can see, I chose to color in my Garfield orange and kind of did his mouth yellow and his nose pink and just kind of outlined everything in black. But I'd love to see what you guys came up with. Feel free to tag me on any social media posts or have you or a parent email me at drawingjoshua123@gmail.com. But please remember that drawing takes practice. So practice and practice, and most importantly, remember to always have fun. Thanks everyone.